Fresh off the press. There you go. There you go. Nah, that's official. So,
Big fan with the Brooklyn Nets. Wait, start over.
I'll edit it.
Big fan with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Look how big Barkley said it.
Right, shout out to the top podcast. Let us know. We give the Knicks fans. We give the Knicks fans that work on the podcast. We let them know.
That's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make sure watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too, and when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a fan do. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel. BROOKLYN, BROOKLYN,
When you establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing that is your identity. That's how you are seen by other people. If you work really hard and get 1% better every day.
Yo, we here. Shout out to Nets fans, we the best fans. Shout out to me, big fan Breezy, of course. Shout out to Iceman, the Eskimo. Shout out to LM. Shout out to This Is JTV. Shout out to the Nets fans that's in the chat. I see we got some Knicks fans in the chat. Now, specifically, it's three of them. J1 is T-Tom and Beeman Boy 81. Shout out to Talal Monteza. Yeah, listen. At the end of the day, I guess we could start with that. That's what the goal was going on. I seen some of that game late in the game. The Celtics, I just think they trash. You know what I'm saying? They disappointed fans like me who wanted to see them beat the Knicks, and they had a good opportunity to do it, and they suck. You know what I mean? Like, they basically had a 20-point lead 2 times, and on top of them doing that, they take 3-pointers like their mama told them to do it, or they're gonna get their ass beat. Like, you can't deviate from I seen Tatum in the corner wide open for 3, and I mean, he was wide open for 3, but the lane was there. Like, he could just drive to the lane and score the ball. He took a 3. Mind you, he was missing all night. It just hurts. It just hurts.
And the crazy shit, in the first half, he did that. It was one where he was wide open for 3. They passed the ball, he ran to the lane, got a quick little dunk. It was good. But I can't say that I'm as disappointed as you, because as much as I want to see the Knicks lose, I love watching the Celtics lose
it's complicated,
too. So
man.
it's a loser. Like I could watch both of them lose and be happy. And then the thing that got me mad right now is the Knicks fans is out there getting their ass whooped outside of TD Garden, just getting punched on and shit. And they saying fuck New York. And I don't like to hear fuck New York. I mean, because I'm from New York. So if they were saying fuck the Knicks, it might have been cool. But they saying fuck New York while pummeling Knicks fans. So somebody call 911. Go send some help for your Knicks fan friends, because they need help in Boston. They getting beat up out there, man. But they might have won the game, but they losing the war out there.
Mm-hmm. I know you was doing the play-by-play and you was live, kind of, sort of. I talked to us. What you thought about tonight's game?
Crazy. It was crazy. Boston had the upper hand the whole time, and they did the same exact thing they did the first game. Was once they get up, it's like they forget. Once they get up by 20, they forget how to go to the cup. They try to get all types of threes, come down.
They're not even that good at the 3-point line. Peyton Pritchard probably the best 3-point shooter.
Yo, and they was launching them joints, and I'm like, I'm watching the lead just drop down, drop down. I'm like, bro, not again. You know what I'm saying? And
Terrible.
then all these Knicks fans want to flood my TikTok live. You know
I
what I
see
mean?
that.
Heavy.
Yo, hold
you
on.
for
Yo,
following
Ice,
me.
how many people you had on your live, bro? I seen the numbers. It said 13,000, bro. I say, what's going on over here, bro?
Yo,
How many people was over there, bro?
Yo, I don't know. I had over two. I know I had over 2K, but I know it was like 71 people in the chat. You know what I mean? It was live. Jay was over there.
It was
Breeze
lit.
was over there. It was live. Yo, my chat be live on TikTok. You heard? Y'all better come
Facts.
over. You know what I mean?
Facts. Again, like I said, I'll be having special guests. Y'all don't know they special yet, but y'all will. Shout to Ice. Crazy game. LM, talk to us, man. Did you see that game between Boston and the Knicks?
Yeah, watch the whole thing. I would not expect the Knicks to be up 2-0, but here we are. I mean, this is what happens when you fall in love with the three. I've been saying I really hate that teams for relying on the 3-pointer this much. Like I enjoyed watching, players back then go in the mid range area, go to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even in to Jay's point, Tatum was doing that, but somewhere along the way, they fell in love. Drew Holiday taking fast break 3-pointers when you got a lane right there. Derek White thinking he's Steph Curry. Like, you're not winning like that. And that's the exact reason why the Knicks saw that and was like, all right, well, y'all gonna keep shooting threes. We gonna give y'all this work from the mid range, and you gonna see what's gonna happen. And Mikal turned up in the fourth quarter. He was scoreless for half of the freaking game until the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, he decided to turn up. And once again, he made a defensive play to win them the game. Again,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's nasty work. Like Jay said, I don't have a. I love seeing Boston lose. It's music to my ears, but at the same time, it's like the team that's doing it, I can't rock with it. Like it's nasty work to witness. I can't do it. Like these niggas acting like now all of a sudden it's like, yo, who we meeting in the Western Conference now? Like I can't, bro. We better get Cooper Flag on Monday. I swear, this is the only thing that's gonna give me some solace. We better get Cooper Flag on Monday. Like it's nasty work.
Listen. We're gonna get to that because we got T-Time in the comments, and I'm definitely gonna address his comment. But before we do that, we're gonna go to Leaf. Shout out to Leaf, Diggy, moderator on this page. He sent a super chat. You can follow his channel, subscribe to his channel on YouTube.com/@Leaf4788. You had 300 subscribers yet, Leaf?
No.
Listen.
Yo, man, go follow Leaf right now. He need like
again,
3 or 2 subscribers. Yo, hold up. Yeah. Yo, man, go follow
Leaf right now, man. Go follow Leaf because he needs a couple more subscribers to get to 300. Go do that, man. What's up with y'all, man? Show some love, man, to Brooklyn Way.
Yeah, tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, shout out to Leaf. He trying to get to 300 as of now. Talk to us. How you feel about tonight's game?
The same way I felt about the game the other night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for it. I don't care for the series at all. Both teams could all collapse, and I wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't bat an eye.
Can they both lose?
Somebody check the rule book, man.
Hopefully, I mean, listen, they both of these teams losing. That means neither one of these teams gets out of the East to me. So that's
no. But look, peep the dream scenario, Leaf. Like just now, I got to see the Knicks get their ass whooped for 3 quarters, 2 games in a row. Then the Celtics lose. Then one game I got to see Jason Tatum get bitched. The next game I got to see Jaylen Brown get bitched. So then the next 2 games, we're going to get to see historical collapses at the Garden. And the Celtics are probably going to put up historic 3-point numbers that's never happened in the playoffs at the Garden. Like, this is about to be a great series. All sorts of ass.
Yo, listen.
Strip club out there.
Listen. I mean, look. I mean, to you it might be great, but to me, man, I don't play neither side. So, listen, the hell with them both. They could both beat the hell. They could both beat the hell out of each other, and the winner could come out of this series with 6 active players for all I care. That's how I feel about it. I'm on the same. I'm on the same page.
If you're wishing for players to get injured, just let it be Josh Hart. He's the only one. He's the motor to that team. If he's gone, that team collapses.
Yeah. I guess so. I mean, I guess you could say that, but I really don't. I ain't watched the series enough to really give a damn. I'm probably more focused on the other series in the Western Conference series at that aspect.
Talk about that. So we'll segue into that, and then we'll go around the panel. Go ahead. How you feel about tonight?
Well, just look at the word.
It was about the ass.
We should be talking about the Pacers.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Slow it down, because I didn't really get my soliloquy for the Knicks Celtic game. I kind of just wanted to go around the panel so y'all can talk your shit. But so before Leaf gets to the Denver Nugget game, I'll say this. I want it to be grueling and physical, beat each other up. I mean, really, really gouge each other's eyes out, just make it physical. Like do whatever you have to, make the best team win. And you got nothing left in the tank in the Eastern Conference. Y'all get swept, and that's it. But again, like I said, I don't know if that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But
I like that scenario a whole lot better than the shit that I heard from previously, man. I don't give a damn about them shooting on all-time threes. With all due respect, Jay, I don't give a damn about them having an all-time collapse.
No. Hold on, wait. Why not? Why not? It's always good to see the Knicks fail at the Garden, and people always put up historic numbers in the Garden in the playoffs.
I know.
Hold on, y'all.
For me, I'm only talking about the outcome of the series.
Let me just address this comment real quick. J1, I don't want nobody to get hurt. I want y'all to be perfect.
Yeah, no.
And lose.
Yeah, I ain't say I want him to get hurt. I'm just saying if he wasn't there magically somehow, that would be the end of that. For some reason, he is the least skilled player on the team, but the most important player on the team at the same time.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy to me. But like, this is bionic to me. But the only thing that's gonna make me feel better is if the winner of the Cavs and the Indiana series comes out of the East. That's the only thing that's gonna make me feel better. I don't give a damn about these two teams at all. I don't give a damn about what they stand for. I don't give a damn about their colors. I don't give a damn about their uniforms. I don't give a damn about their
wait, just because you brought up their uniforms and their colors, I want to say this. I feel like I watched the Thunder out there tonight in blue and orange, looking way better than the Knicks ever looked. Them jerseys was type tough. I ain't never really seen the Knicks in no tough jerseys. And them
You mean them city jerseys, the black and and orange?
They just had on. Them jerseys kind of fire.
Them shits was alright, but being that they the same color as the Knicks, I don't fuck with them.
I mean, the Knicks not really black and orange, but I mean, I guess
if you wear similar colors as that, but they have black.
They have, but it's not really. They usually white and orange.
If you wear the same colors as them as that team, I don't care for you anymore. Like as soon as you put orange in an orange in your shit, I'm done. I'm out.
Hold on. Also, I just I wanted to make a few things clear. I wanted
don't
to
like
say
that color.
Shout to Easy and all of the fans that want this kumbaya shit. I'm not really with it. Now J1 is a witness, basically how it goes when I would come down to Knicks fans and how they react to Big Fan Breezy and other Nets fans. You see the kind of climate that I came in trolling Tea Time chat. Now again, you don't really never jump on the the chat and say nothing for the most part, but tonight he chose to, and he says that fuck them picks. Now, my thing is this: yes, it's easy to say that in the second round, but from his own words, if they don't make it to the third round, the conference finals or the finals, it's a failure. So I'm a firm believer in the job not done. Y'all could do all of that, all y'all want. I'm what I am now.
Do all that premature shit all y'all want.
Hold on, I gotta say this, T-Tom. You only jump in the chat, when y'all win. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I only jump in y'all chat when y'all lose. But that's what I'm supposed to do. Now, what I will say is this: when moments like this happen, all I have to hang on is the win that I got for the Nets fans versus you. And I'm going to hang on to it because I'm petty. I am petty like that because I hit him with the cross, hit him with the tweet. He ain't think I had a left, but I had a left. You know what I mean? When I beat you one-on-one. So, yes, Petty University, I am a scholar. So just know that I remember that 11-6 win. Anytime you want to jump in the chat, say anything about the Knicks winning tonight, remember I got that 11-6 win because I'm petty.
I just like to say something, bro. We ain't hear from this man in almost a year.
Crazy.
Almost a year. And somehow, some way, it's the second comment in the first, one of the first and second comments in the chat. We ain't hear from this man in almost a year. See, I don't know. No. Hold on. I gotta say this. It's this front-running, premature shit that I don't like about about this fan base. Y'all did this years ago, back in 2013, with Jay. You might remember this. Remember that Knicks tape shit? Remember that Knicks tape shit that was going on?
And then they got taped. Yeah,
and then they got. I'm like, y'all been doing this. This is the problem with y'all. Y'all don't realize that y'all the Knicks. Nothing good in life is supposed to happen to you. Nothing at all. I mean that. Anything that's related to y'all is gonna end up being doomed, bro. We saw it in '94, we saw it in '99. We've seen it for many years and years and years. Y'all have been of existence since the NBA came into existence back in 1947, and y'all have done this much. Y'all done this much. Y'all not the Lakers. Y'all not the Celtics. Bro, please stop with the premature shit. I was disrespectful, bro.
Listen, hold on. Listen, what I'm trying to say is this, right? When I was doing the podcast with T-Tom, I was vlogging Kyle. We was in the second round versus the Bucks. Was he rooting for the Bucks just to go against the Nets? Yes.
Of course he was.
They always do that though.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Jay want to jump in the chat and be like, "Oh, y'all hating." No, you run with T-Tom and the Knicks and ish and how they was hating on the Brooklyn Nets when we was in the second round versus the Bucks. Remember that? Yeah. So we here now.
They was doing that when we was facing Boston. They was going for Boston to win against us when we got swept. This ain't nothing new.
And what's crazy is, bro, I'll be damned if I root for any one of these teams. Boston, I'm now saying this right here, right now, bro. My disdain for Boston is the exact same disdain that I have for the Knicks. The exact same disdain. That's why I'm not messing with the series at all. You're not getting a reaction out of me, bro. Like, until the Celtics and the Knicks are dead and eliminated, bro. Like, and when they both are, bro, then that's when I'm going to show up. Then I'm going to remind both fan bases equally how much they shit.
And Trendon Watford is kind of under fire on Twitter. That shit is hilarious.
About what?
Now. He put out a post saying, "Yeah, Mikhail, that's how you do it." Something like that on Twitter. He added him, and Mad Nephew was like, "Yeah, I can't wait till you leave this all season." Yeah. Watford was like, "Yeah, Mikhail, go up on that," and then Mad Nephew was running there saying, "Yeah, you bugged out." But then he made a tweet. He made a tweet after, and he was like, "Yo, my fault. I didn't know I was supposed to, be on the other side." You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was funny.
Yo, Ice, pack them up.
Nah,
bro.
It is funny, but I feel like these dudes is friends in real life, bro. But he could have just texted him that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he could have texted his phone with that.
But look,
flag on the play.
at the same time, we in Cancun right now, so we ain't really got nothing to do with playoff business. He just sitting there watching the playoffs. He seen this man's do some hot shit. He trying to fucking.
He need to be
I
working
don't
on this
know.
game. Like, why you
He
watching
could
other
have. He
niggas?
could have texted.
He could have texted that nigga
though.
though.
He
Hold
definitely
on,
could
hold on.
have
Let me
texted
read
that.
this Kumbaya comment. J1 Nick fan, he goes, wrong. I was hoping y'all won with the Bucks because I had a New York-based business, and any New York team winning here brings money to this entire city. PR class
PR class.
101.
101. They was salty. KD
I don't know. I'm about to go back and check them tweets from 2020 or whatever.
Listen, in that
No, you got to go to 2021.
Hold on.
It's time for me to start doing some recon. Yeah, from
Listen,
2021, bro.
J1,
Time for me to do
in
some
that
recon.
J1, in that moment when that space, me and T-Tom did a podcast when we was 2-0 up. We was 2-0 up. So I'm shrugging my shoulders. I'm confident on the podcast. I need elbow room. Now I'm saying, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Nick's
A lot like deja vu right now. They up 2-0 right now. So that sounds a lot like deja vu, don't it? Don't it? No. Wait. Breeze. Let me get your mind, please. Don't it sound a lot similar to the shit that we was doing a couple odd years ago? Let me get in your mind real quick. Now, think about it.
Hold on.
Everything is premature.
I gotta finish cooking J1. No, he stuck his chest out, and I gotta just articulate the facts of what happened. Guess why? Because Big Fan Breezy was there. Because guess who we talk about? B, right? No. Me and T-Tom was going on Reflex Radio. We was doing the podcast. And T-Tom used to always say, yo, you should see the chat. You should see the chat. I just started podcasting. And we was on a radio station. Shout out to Reflex Radio. And I ain't saying J1 was one of them ones in the chat. But he a Knick fan. And if it looked like a Knick fan, and it quacked like a Knick fan, then it's a Knick fan. And they was hating. And don't make it seem like I'm pretending. We could go to the game tapes and you could see T-Tom on camera saying, yes, we're hating on the Nets because whatever he said. And it's like, damn, what about all of the stuff that I was saying? So again, don't make it seem like this comes from nowhere and make it seem like we just on this page hating and this and that on Facebook, sullying up my page, talking about I'm going to go to your live and see you hate. Didn't he say that, Jay?
Yeah, he said that.
Hey, Jay,
I want you to
go. I want you to go in depth with this little riff-raff history, bro. Like that the Knicks was doing, Knicks fans was doing during that time. I need more of the genesis about how this shit even even took place. Because I need to do some recon. I need some real.
All you gotta do is go to the Big Fan Breezy group on Facebook. All of the notes is there. Know what I mean? You could go back years. The records, the receipts are there.
Oh, they all there.
Scroll back. All you gotta do is search people's names. Search J1. You'll see what comes up. Know what I mean? But he told me to go do the research and find out. And if I remember, I will. I promise you. But I might not even really remember, low key. But
he said, "Find my comments." Then,
he did.
No,
but he could have maybe he is one of the Knicks fans that wasn't hating. But I don't know if I remember because there was a lot of them wishing on our downfall, man. And
I remember the ones from the 2022 series. They was in Barclays shouting Boston. So I mean, that was nasty work. And if it's supposed to be, yo, we all New York. Then why was that the case?
They told me that it goes back. They told me that it goes back to the
right there.
Jay-Z
It's gonna be another banner one day, maybe not 2 days, but one day.
The city is under new management tweet. They said that's what it goes back to. That they can't get over that. Who are y'all trying to say it's under new management? That's why they hate the team.
I'm saying there's very
You know
few
what?
Knicks fans
2021 wasn't that long
that
ago,
want
man.
people
So
to
let's
choose
just
Knicks.
scroll down. Let's continue. Let's continue to scroll down. Yeah.
Yo,
Remember?
no. Hold on, I got you. I could go to the YouTube of me and T-Tom on Reflex Radio and show y'all the content where they hating on me like that ass. Like this shit is crazy. Not me, the Brooklyn Nets.
I mean, but do they show like the live?
that
Do they
though.
show like the live comments playback on YouTube? I don't think they show.
Yo,
live.
listen, no. So what I'm saying is,
Not-
I don't want
gotta
no
watch
Knicks
the video.
fans in the chat. King Ribby, Player One, J1, Claude Smith, running around with this rhetoric like Big Fan Breezy is hating on the Knicks. I'm just stating facts and telling you guys what square I stand on and why I do it, because why I do it, and I am who I am. Don't try to change me. Can't try to change the Tiger Stripes. It just is what it is. And every time y'all ask me about the Stripes, I tell y'all why. I tell y'all about the history and how y'all fronted on us when we tried to get some space to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Going from the merger and all that. I tell y'all about all of that. I tell you about how I don't like how y'all disrespected Carmelo, acting like y'all did him a favor. He did y'all a favor. His career was way better with the Denver Nuggets than it was with the Knicks. Don't argue with me. Case in point is, don't act like y'all doing him a favor. Y'all ain't doing him no favors. And he be showing y'all mad love. You know what I'm saying? Showing love to the hometown. You know what I mean? See, he got a show called 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, but you know what I'm saying? I don't really be seeing him at the Brooklyn Nets games. I think he should be at more Brooklyn Nets games. You're going to name your podcast 7 p.m. Brooklyn, but I say stuff like that and y'all be mad at me. You know what I mean?
I mean, he grew up in Red Hook. He didn't grow up in Manhattan. So I mean, it
he grew
makes sense.
up in Baltimore.
Grew up in Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
Well, I
saying,
mean, you know.
Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to
grew up
Baltimore.
in Brooklyn, though.
It's a
Shout
lot.
out to
It's a lot of
Cayenne,
Brooklyn
man.
heads. It's a lot of Brooklyn heads in Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore though. I used to go there a lot back in the early 2000s. That Wyatt shit is real, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bro. Shout out to Baltimore though.
Yo, Beam, you see Beaming Boy comment? No, don't get him moderators. This gets him a Knick fan block or nah?
Yeah.
We don't want to see none of y'all at the parade. I mean, the feeling is mutual. If it was us,
the Knicks fans show up
What you mean see me at the parade, bro? Like, first of all, I don't even like being around a lot of people. One, second, it costs $7 to get in Manhattan. Nigga, what you talking about?
Bro, the Knicks
I'm
have
not
a
going
parade after every game that they win. It be on the train. It be to the train station.
Y'all got a culture of losing, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
And not for nothing, yo, Beeman Boy, you need to go save the Knicks fans outside of TD Garden right now because they having a parade all over the Knicks fans right now outside of TD Garden. Go check. Yo, post. Can you post that comment or go look at that clip? The clip of them getting their ass whipped outside TD Garden.
Well, J1 said he don't hate the team.
No, I put it on. I put it on my YouTube comments and it's on my YouTube comments.
Nigga, this is second round. Why y'all acting like this the Eastern Conference Finals, bro?
Yo,
it's still.
Hold on, LM. They said on my live that.
Go ahead, Ice. Ice ain't said much tonight. Go ahead, Ice.
They wasn't expected to win. You know what I'm saying? Boston fans was talking about they're gonna sweep the Knicks. You know what I mean? So now they got two. First of all, when they got that one win, that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like they won the championship. This second win, they overboard. You know what I mean? Like they just cleaning house right now. So that's why they acting a fool. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, this ain't college where it's one and done. Like you win and you on to the next round. Like this still, you still got 7 more games to go, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Bro. We acting like this is a done deal. If the next
Don't
4
do
games
like that, J1. I'm watching more than the Knicks game, man. I'm watching.
When the next 4 games end in L's, bro, it's gonna be like this shit never happened, bro. Like, come on. Like,
and as soon as Boston win, what's the conversation gonna be? Boston is winning the series. We try. Like, come on, bro. We know how this play out. Like,
Yo,
and it's probably gonna be
Hey,
Boston and
listen.
Pacers in the
I'm with
next
LA,
round.
bro. Like, we better get something Monday, bro. I'm
Listen,
not playing.
Thank
hold on,
word. Like,
listen. Let me hold on. I gotta
I'm
tell
not
these
playing
Knicks
around.
fans. Let me be who I am. Let me be who I'ma be, man. Stop trying to stop me from being who I am. I'm telling y'all the facts from my perspective, and y'all don't like the way it sounds. I don't like the way it looked. I don't like how Carmelo wasted a lot. I won't say wasted, but he didn't really become a competitive championship contender when he was with the Knicks. Never. He did more competitive basketball with the Denver Nuggets. Facts. Now, that being said, if anything, shout to the Denver Nuggets. They the ones that's debating whether or not they're going to retire. They're going to have an honorary retirement for numbers with Jokic and Carmelo Anthony. Now, I'm saying all that to say that y'all ain't did no favors for Carmelo Anthony, bro. And y'all get these players and y'all glorifying as y'all should, but y'all ain't really help him when he was there. Randall did all of that shit for y'all. Y'all was in playoff purgatory. You even mentioned the word playoff, y'all get goosebumps. Y'all missed the playoffs mad years in a row, and y'all got the audacity to pretend like
It had 6 straight years when they lost 50 games.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the audacity to act like it's okay to, you know what I'm saying, do a player like that got y'all far, tell him y'all was going to not give him the bag to build a team. Instead, they just send him packing. Come on, bro. That's dirty work. So you look at how y'all did Carmelo Anthony. Look at how y'all did
and
Randall. I see y'all traded Patrick Ewing. Now y'all got him back. Y'all got some good luck back. I was telling T-Tom that shit for years.
You gotta
y'all
get rid of these
Patrick Ewing
pretenders, bro.
involved with none of the shit y'all doing. Y'all never gonna win.
We got to get rid of these pretenders in the playoffs.
Shout out to OKC for being a home team to finally win a
telling
home
them
game.
for
Man.
that before it happened.
Nigga, look what they had to do to win that shit. Them niggas put up a $149.
I ain't gonna lie, that game was old. Nigga, I saw on
Nigga, that shit
Instagram.
was rotten. Nigga, like
I saw on
them niggas was not
Instagram.
bullshit.
I think it was. Well, I think what account it was on Instagram. Basketball forever.
OKC got
basketball.
tapped on the shoulder by Adam Silver. That them niggas was like, fuck you, nigga. We winning this.
Nah, I was weak. There's an account on Instagram called Basketball Forever. And it was like, yo, OKC won the game. Nigga, the fourth quarter just started. I was like, oh yeah, this shit is a wrap. Niggas saying congrats. And the fourth quarter just started.
Hold up. Denver had 20 turnovers? God damn.
Yeah, it was over in the first quarter.
Yo, SGA had 34 on like 14 shots. That's how I knew this shit was a wrap.
He
If
shot
you got
11 for
SGA,
13. Nigga shot 11 for 13 and had 34. Yeah, these niggas wasn't bullshitting around, bro. I ain't gonna lie
niggas
to
like,
you.
all right, my fault. I hope they was like my fault. NBA, my we going to you.
Yeah,
Like this was a statement.
I still got Denver in 5, but I mean,
I'm just glad a home team won a game because I'm trying to see if home court really matters in these playoffs, bro.
Minnesota should take care of business tomorrow. Steph is out for like a week, so that series should be over real quick.
Oh yeah, Steph is out with a hamstring.
Steph is out for a week. I mean, yeah, that is tough, man. But I don't feel no pain for no Warriors fans or no Curry fans because them niggas got 4 hospital rings any damn way. So I don't feel no pain at all.
They said
unless Jimmy turn to Miami, Jimmy.
This is
he
his
might
first
just do
sprained
that.
muscle. This is first sprained muscle ever of his career. That's crazy.
Wait, hold on. Didn't he have
that's why
Game 7? Didn't he have a Game 7 series? And then they got right back to it.
Yeah, I think he had an injury in 2016.
They played games.
Good,
they had 7 games in that first round, and then they got right back to it. Curry, and Curry, he running around screens and picking picks and doing all of this stuff like that, and then his body don't get no rest like that. That shit tough, man.
That is tough, man.
We got 2 good games coming on today too. I think Pacers. I ain't gonna hold you. Pacers might make this shit 3-0.
Is that only?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Pacers might wrap that up, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't have no faith in the Cavs no more because I don't know who hitting the court. I mean, them niggas got Ty Jerome and then Dean Wade in the lineup. Ain't no Evan Mobley. Ain't no Darius Garland. And they need Darius Garland, bro. Like, it's clear as day that they need the nigga in this series. Like Evan Mobley, whatever Evan Mobley was doing in Game 1, it should have been good because he's the defensive player of the year. But yet, them niggas gave up 70 points in the paint while he was on the court. DeAndre Hunter, I don't know what was wrong with him. This is dumb or something, but it ain't a fracture. But he can still play. He just won't play. I don't know.
DeAndre Hunter was supposed to be that big wing, like a quote unquote Scottie Pippen.
That's
This is what I'm trying to tell you, Leaf. Everybody ain't Scottie Pippen. You know, when you say two Scottie Pippens, that's what I wanted to talk to you. Let me just get this soliloquy without arguing.
They play like Tatum play like Pippen and Knight.
Let me just say
you know it's gonna be an argument.
Let me say
whatever
this.
You say.
I gotta say this. Two Scottie Pippens would have beat the Knicks tonight. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that, bro. Listen, the difference between Tatum and Brown and Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen going to the basket. Scottie Pippen ain't jacking up all these threes, especially if he missing. He putting you on the post, especially Jalen Brunson. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Deuce McBride, give me the ball. Even Mikal Bridges, give me the ball. All of them. Yo, what? You serious? Yo, he had to
leave behind that.
Post moves, you know what I'm saying?
He's still there.
Yo, I don't understand. I can't allow this Scottie Pippen disrespect, bro. I don't condone this. I don't condone Leaf doing this. He doesn't represent
the big be a future fan.
When he disrespecting.
So only I got Tatum and top 10 combos. I hope that combo ended up.
Hold on, let me ask you this. Do you think that Brown is better than Scottie Pippen, or he's equivalent?
I think that both of them niggas is equivalent to Scottie Pippen in the case of this. When the game is
Finals MVP.
When the game is on the line, bro, them niggas can't be trusted. And you just saw it 2 games in a row. We saw Brown get ripped by Mikal. We saw Jason Tatum get ripped by Mikal. What are we missing here, bro? Scottie Pippen wasn't the nigga
never happened with Scottie Pippen.
Wait. But let's be clear. Scottie Pippen wasn't the nigga that they went to down the stretch in the Bulls.
Hey, bro, what?
Michael Jordan.
And when Jordan wasn't there, when Jordan wasn't there, they went to Tony Kukoc. We saw it in '94. So I don't know what this whole it's disrespectful to Scottie Pippen. No, it ain't. Them niggas is 2 Scottie Pippens. I'm standing on that.
No. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No. This shit gotta end tonight.
It ain't ended
because he on this page too much, and they gonna think Big Fan Breezy got some Scottie Pippen disrespect. I can't have that, man. Me and him. This is where we, I have to look further in.
He put up the stats?
He gonna go
listen. No. Listen, this is Scottie Pippen in the playoffs. I'm showing you the championship years to show you whether it was just Jordan or not, right? In 1991, the championship year, the first one they won it, he was he only played 17 games. That's really no, that's good. That's a good example. 17 games. So he played 41 minutes. That says something. He shot 16 times, and back then that's a real lot for 16 times, especially back then, right? He only took 1 3-pointer attempt, so he ain't doing what Tatum and Brown did. So there's a big difference in what Scottie Pippen does and what Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum does. So stop saying that they Scottie Pippen because they not. Let me continue. And with that being said, he was 79% from the free throw line, so you could rely on him there for the most part, right? Total rebounds, he averaged shy 9 rebounds a game. He averaged shy 6 assists a game. So he see the floor. He's not only a small forward, he's a point forward. Don't argue with me. I don't see Tatum doing that. I don't see Brown doing that. Respectfully. In the playoffs, we talking about. Remember, the conversation is the playoffs. In my soliloquy, it's all playoffs. 21 points in the playoffs.
21 points. All right. Okay. So now, it should get a little bit different. It should get a little bit different now that I'm looking at Jason Tatum because I see 25.7. I see 30.6, 25.6, 27.2, 25, 29.6 in this current playoff. I don't see none of that shit on the current screen that you showed me with Scottie Pippen. Pardon my language. Oh, let's go to Jaylen Brown. Hold on. Let's go to Jaylen Brown.
But you see the games.
We can take up that over day. The last 5 years, Brown has been giving.
Why you ain't mention the field goal percentage?
The field goal percentage, my
Yeah,
nigga.
the
Bruh.
field goal percentage.
Okay, I mentioned the field goal
No,
percentage.
okay,
My nigga,
what's the field goal percentage? What is it?
the championship year, the finals
No,
MVP
I'm
for
talking
that
about
loss.
this year. This year.
This year he's shooting 46%. That's not bad.
Our test show me it is.
Well, okay. Well,
Yo,
we can say see the thing is we
If
can
you
say
watch
our
the
test.
games, he's shooting bad from the field.
Okay, that's fine. We can say that our test proves that it's bad, but we can't. Well, it ain't like we gonna go back to the six championships in the goddamn 90s right now and go and see what the eye test show us. It's gonna show us that Scottie Pippen was probably living on the break, getting dunks and layups. That's probably why he only got 21 points on at most, 22 at the most. We talking about niggas that's averaging 23, 20, 23, 23, 23, and 23. That's Jaylen Brown. That's your finals MVP. That's the move forward to
That's last year.
Tatum. Yeah. That's this year too. We talking about a nigga in the last couple of years that's averaging
percentage?
What?
No, fuck the last couple of years. What's his field goal percentage right now?
45.
Don't look like it.
It
Don't
is.
look
Bro,
like it.
what you want me to say? What do you mean it don't look like it? Tatum shooting 45%.
No, I'm not talking about Tatum. I'm talking about Brown.
Oh, Brown is shooting 47%.
Don't look like it.
Yo.
Well, bro, what you want me to tell you?
Wait, what are you shooting? Listen, if they ain't got no common sense to go to the basket if they miss 3-pointers, they not champion. Bro, that shit is not championship pedigree. It showed me they satisfied with getting one championship. And I told you this, Ice. When they get that one championship, it's hard to have that hunger to want more. You know, they ain't got that Lloyd Banks hunger for more. Shout
hunger.
Which is why I called them niggas two Scottie Pippins, bro. Because
Scottie Pippen got 6 championships. Why you keep mentioning him?
No, hold on, wait. Scottie Pippen got 2 championships.
Sean Elliott.
Hold up, wait. No. They two Scottie Pippins because I'm gonna show you why. Because when go look at that 94 year, when it was time for Scottie to lead that team without somebody else, we all saw what happened. Excuse me, pardon my language. I ain't talking too loud. I'm just telling you the truth. When it was time for Scottie to lead that team in 94 and 95, we all saw what happened. You can laugh and you can grin about it, bro.
Tatum and Brown to be together for 6-7 seasons before they won.
That's why them niggas is two Scottie Pippins. Everything that I'm saying, I'm talking about 2 years. 94 and 95.
Even if it's 2 years, Tatum and Brown didn't do it in 2 years. Respectfully.
They did it last year.
But how many years did it take them?
It took him 6-7 years, bro.
Okay.
I mean, but if you look at the time frame, but when this nigga started winning championships, age 25, age 26, age 27, how old is these niggas right now?
Come on, man. Come on.
Tatum 27 right now.
My point is,
you're losing this debate, Lee. You're losing this debate.
Listen,
you're in the bottom of the ninth, man. It's the bottom of the ninth.
No, I'm not. Because guess what?
I'm only fucking with you, but look at the comments are saying you're losing.
Tatum is 25 years old when he won the championship last year. How old was Scottie Pippen? 25 years old. Seems like you're on the right time base to me.
Bro, I'm not saying he's not on the right time base. I'm saying that it ain't the same game. They don't even play the same way. If you look at Tatum, and which we will, look at Tatum 3-pointers in the playoffs, trust me, it ain't fucking 0.1 or 1.0 or whatever Scottie Pippen is. And that's the difference. Scottie Pippen is dunking on you, going to the basket. You know how he get his 3-pointers and ones. That's how he get his 3-pointers. That's the difference.
That's not how he don't score enough. He don't score enough. He don't score enough.
How he averaged 21 and don't score enough? What are you talking about?
He's averaging 21 while Jason Tatum is averaging 25, 30, 25, 27, 25, and 29. That's not the same shit. It's not. It's just not the same. Excuse me.
He got Michael Jordan. He got Michael Jordan. Why he need to score more than 21?
He got Michael Jordan. Yeah. It's easy to hide behind Michael. It's easy to hide behind Michael Jordan. It's easy to hide behind Jordan, bro. Meanwhile, two niggas that's clear-cut Scottie Pippins These niggas gotta dig this shit through the mud. 25. Look, I'm giving you Tatum
Scottie
numbers.
Pippen's
You
better
said
than Tatum, man.
I'm
To
giving
be
you
fair,
Tatum
most of
numbers.
the Celtics.
He's a better
To be fair,
player.
most of the
I'm giving you
Celtics
Tatum numbers,
wins
bro.
has been through their role players. If you really want to keep it above.
Yeah, if you really want to keep it a buck, it has been that they role plays. But as far as player-to-player numbers, bro, I kind of see the same shit, if not better, bro. Like if we were just talking about the numbers, what does the numbers say? 20. Listen, it says what at the age of 21, this nigga was averaging 26, 10, and 5. What was Scotty doing at the age of 21?
I'm
He
not
wasn't
letting
in the
this
league. My
stream
bad.
in with him saying that Jordan
My
Brown
bad.
is Tatum is Scottie Pippen. I would debate this shit all night long, bro.
Well, we gonna debate it all night then, bro. Because at the end,
Hold on, Ice,
at the
Ice,
age
you the icebreaker, Ice. What do you think they play the same way, Scottie Pippen and Tatum and Brown?
Two different eras.
But the kind of player, just
like
the
the
kind
same
of player.
player to me.
Hey, bump all that, bro.
I'm not
Who's
asking
J1 talking about?
What?
He said, Leaf, you got to realize before he was a Nets fan, he was a Knicks fan. And before that, he was a Chicago.
I wasn't. Never.
Yo, you know where they get this content? Listen, time out. Let me defend myself. You know where they get this content? When I told them, I said, yo, yeah. When I was a kid, I said, listen. I said, when I was a kid, yeah, I played the game. I used to play with the Chicago Bulls because they had Michael Jordan. These Knicks fans are malicious. I said, yo, I used to play with Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan. I used to play. Hold on. Listen, I said, I used to play with Houston Rockets with Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming. I love those guys. Yo, they took all of that and said, see, he wasn't always a Nets fan when he was a little kid. He used to play with these other teams in the game. This is why I call him malicious. Like, give me a break, man. I'm a little kid playing the game. I didn't even know this was a thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just enjoying my
all I'm saying
life.
is,
you know what I'm saying? Like, stop.
All I'm saying is when you go to Jason Tatum numbers, bro, this shit look a whole lot more impressive than what Scottie Pippen was doing, bro. Like that's just me. I'm looking at 26. I'm looking at 26.
Find that suspicious.
10 rebounds and 5 assists. I never seen
Scottie Pippen.
Brunson
not doing that to Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, but that's because Scottie Pippen played in the era, bro, where you can hold the defender, my nigga. That's why. It was much. Of course, the game was much different. But when he stopped being able to grab niggas, bro, and then when Iverson and Grant Hill came in the league, we all saw what happened. Give me the ankle, Scotty. I'm by you. 20. Give me the ankle, Scotty, bro. Get Mike out here to guard.
You added different players.
Get Jordan out here to guard me. Get Jordan. Bring Jordan out here. I don't want the messenger. I want the man, nigga. That's what I want. Scotty was a messenger. I'm sorry.
Hell no.
He was a messenger.
All right,
no,
you know
he guarded the best offensive player on the other team, and he could score the ball behind Michael Jordan. He only
did that from time to time, bro. His scoring wasn't that elite. That's number one.
I didn't say it was elite. No. Time out, bro. Hold on. Let me say this because you just went off for a whole bunch of minutes. So let me just get this soliloquy in because I remember Scottie Pippen, bro. And again, he complimented Jordan. Too. A lot of these players that be playing now, they be duos, and yeah, they both good players, but they don't work together. Dame and Giannis, and I could go on and on. You could think duos that didn't work, that had to break their team up because they were good players, but they wasn't good teammates. Overall, Scotty was a good teammate.
I think Rodman was a better teammate.
And he was a better, and Scottie Pippen was a better teammate.
Give me Rodman and Hall Grant, bro. Like give me them two.
And Scottie Pippen was a better teammate than Michael
Jordan. Paxson, bro.
Can I finish my soliloquy? And Scottie Pippen was a better teammate to Michael Jordan than Jaylen Brown is to Jason Tatum. That is a fact.
No.
The eye test told you that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum don't run no pick and rolls together. They don't really set no screens for each other.
Scotty and Jordan didn't run that together either.
Finish my soliloquy. They don't run no pick and rolls together. They don't set no screens for each other. They don't throw no alley oops to each other. One is on one side of the court, the other one is on the other side of the court. Without Drew Holiday playing at top health without Marcus Smart putting shit in line between them two and calling them out on their bullshit, they don't work as much as Scottie Pippen was a teammate.
Yo,
of Michael Jordan, bro. No,
Yo,
bro.
sidebar.
What pressure you
Brexit is
talking about?
scared to death of Drew Holiday,
What
bro.
pressure you talking about?
No,
Am I at the masseuse?
The last
What
time
pressure?
You are at the masseuse, bro. And guess what? And guess what? You are I don't know where you at right now, bro. Because listen, everything that you showing me on this screen, bro, it's invalid, bro. To where I'm seeing Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown been doing for like at least minimum the last 5 years. By the way, these niggas are the same age that Scottie Pippen was when he won his first championship. Excuse me. Let me tread lightly, bro. Like these niggas, bro, they
did it back to back. You see that?
Hey, listen. Thank Jordan.
Oh, Jay the Juice Man.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael Jordan. Only the best player that ever lived. Appreciate it, Jordan.
So you hold on. No. Let me ask you. No. Let's.
You know what, Scott? Let me know what Scotty. Hold on. Before you ask me that question, you know what Scotty's problem is, bro.
I think I know what he's about to ask.
You know what Scotty's problem is, bro. You know what Scotty's problem is, bro. And Craig Hodges said this on an interview the other day. When that 97 team came out, that 50th overall team, and he found out he was on that team, that's when his head got big. That's when he thought he was bigger than the game.
All right.
He was bigger than the game, and he wasn't. He was a road.
Now I'm losing my train of thought. I forgot what I was going to say. You said all that just for fucking Craig Hodges narrative.
I got a question. Hold
on.
Do you think?
Let me say this before I lose my train of thought, please. What I'm trying to say is, I don't agree that it's a plug and play. Them being the duo is important. John Stockton, Hornacek, Karl Malone, they was a duo for mad long. They ain't win no championship. And there's a lot of duos that wasn't no champion. They didn't win no championship, and that's because of Pippen and Jordan. So I don't know where you going with this. Jaylen Brown, and Tatum, bro, they've been together for mad long, bro. No, bro, it's not the same. Go ahead, Jay.
The question I was going to ask was
two things. I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Jay. I'm gonna say that.
All right. The question I was going to ask that I thought you was going to ask was, do you think that if Tatum was on the team with Jordan, they'd have three-peated?
Absolutely, easy, bro. Who couldn't three-peat with Jordan, bro? It's Jordan. Like
what you mean? Bro. Everybody else Jordan never been in their team with besides Scottie Pippen.
But Jay, listen, hold on.
But people Jordan had Horace Grant. He had Rodman.
Let Breezy go. He was trying to finish.
Yeah, you go ahead, bro.
What I'm saying is it's the fact that Curry really did it. He did it without KD. He did it with KD, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm saying that to say twice. He won without. So that's and Kevin Durant. I mean, not Kevin Durant. Kobe Bryant. Kobe won without Shaq 5 times. I'm not 5 times he won without him. He won twice without him. But you understand what I'm saying?
Went on 4 different teams.
Okay, well, like I feel like you're saying that
I'm saying is a lot of people compare LeBron to Pippen.
Right, I'm saying you can't plug and play everybody, and if that's the case, when Brown was hurt, Tatum didn't get past us, the Brooklyn Nets. So
of course not.
But what I'm saying is, why are you putting so much on Scottie Pippen? Because he ain't win the championship. He got to the second round. Like
he got to the second round, but I think you losing touch of what I'm trying to tell you about Tatum and Scottie Pippen down the stretch of these games. These are not the niggas that's going to get you to the promised land. I keep telling you that. There's a reason why in '94 the play was drawn up for Tony Kukoc to hit the game winner, which he did, and not Scottie Pippen. There's a reason why Jason Tatum in the last 2 games. Tatum tried to go for this game tonight. Tried to go for a game winner. The ball got stolen. Brown on the inbound got the ball. The ball got stolen. These niggas and Scottie Pippen They are the exact same players down the stretch of games. They are. These are not niggas that you can just call upon.
I can't remember a game winner. I can't remember a game winner that Scottie Pippen had, but I'm still disagree. Well, we'll just call it a stalemate or whatever, but I'm going off the record saying that me and you disagreed that Scottie Pippen is equated to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown because more of the 3-point shot. Scottie Pippen is getting you 21 points, only taking 1 3-pointer a game. These guys taking 9 3-pointers a game. Tatum taking 9 3-pointers a game. Ridiculous. Scottie Pippen wasn't doing that. They got 2 different styles of game, and that's why I don't agree with it. Not to say who's better per se, but more of their style of play. Scottie Pippen is getting to the rim, getting to the basket, getting downhill, and again, strong with the assists in the playoffs. Those stats that I show you was playoff stats. You feel what I'm saying? So
how many of them assists went to Jordan?
But I didn't go to Jordan stats. I went to Tatum and Scottie Pippen.
I know you didn't, bro. Like,
why would we wasn't talking about Jordan.
I know you didn't, bro. Like, but listen, only thing about this, the moral of the story is
stop gassing. He didn't win shit. What W?
The moral of this story is exactly what I stood on, bro. Like, and when it comes time for fourth quarter and winning time, these 3 individuals cannot be trusted. They can't, bro, because they are all the same goddamn player. They systematic niggas. They really number 2s, bro. Like, the fact that they won a championship was really because of the role players. And I said that last year, and everybody was like, nah. Round 1 finals MVP, bro. You got to give them respect. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yeah, we can go on to the next topic. So, Brown won MVP. Brown won finals MVP, and Scottie Pippen don't have a finals MVP to show for it. So, it is what it is. Let's move on.
Yeah, I'm not giving him nothing easy. Stop gassing it. I'm just, at the end of the day, I made my point. There's no way they play the same way if one guy's taking 1 3-pointer a game and one guy's taking 9 3-pointers a game. So I'm not finna argue. Now, that being said,
you don't find that suspicious?
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, what are we doing?
Bro, so you gotta stop pointing out that Dr. Omar shit, bro. Like, that shit's poisonous, bro. Like that. Yeah.
You don't find that suspicious?
Yo, when it sounds
I can't stand that nigga, man.
You know what I mean? But listen. Listen.
Sounds suspicious that you don't know that all 3 of them niggas is the same.
No, listen, at the end of the day, again, man, we going forward. Now I pulled up the stats yesterday talking about the study with the rebuild and all of that. We're gonna do it different now. I mean, shout out to A Different World. That's a show that come on Tuesdays. I'll be tuning in at 9 p.m. on IG. For what I'm saying, we're gonna pass it to Ice and Jay. I mean, I want to hear how they got TikTok rocking. I do want to hear it because you know what I'm saying. Jay be on the page, and you know I'll be in the chat. You know what I mean, kind of looking like Squidward, looking at them like I wish I was there. You know what I mean, but I'm gonna just stay in the chat. You know what I'm saying, but. Shout out to Jay, shout out to Ice, you know what I mean? Talk to us, y'all, you know what I'm saying? What was that graphic you sent me, man, about some center? He was like 7'3". What's going on with that, man? What's going on?
Center that was 7. Hold on, I gotta look it up because I don't remember what I sent you.
I'm gonna pull it up. I got it. I'm gonna pull it
today?
Up.
That was for today, right? Oh yeah, the dude from Ruko Zayarski. That's what I sent you was the list of players that they were scouting, right?
Okay.
That they scouted.
Oh, that's the dude from Australia that Sean Marks went to visit in Australia.
Yeah, so they had an article come out by Nets Daily, put the article out, and one of the dudes used to work for Texas, the college, Texas Longhorns. So he said in the scouting report that he's seen every one of Trey Johnson's games. You know what I mean? He didn't miss a Trey Johnson game. So that means they scouted Trey Johnson heavy this season. Just like y'all know, you know what I mean?
So again, that's dope. But they got a lot of scouts in that journey. You know what I'm saying? But Jay, like, you know, how you look at it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think that's dope. If they scout in Trey Johnson, and everybody saying that Trey Johnson is the Cam Thomas prototype, that means they preparing for after Cam Thomas the same way they was doing with motherfucking Jared Allen, with Claxton. Like they like to find the archetypes because they trying to play a certain way and they want to have certain types of players.
All right, so
They
hold on.
not married to any particular player.
Jay. All right, so hold on, Jay.
I don't like that Texas Longhorn scout.
I want you to put your theory to, and I want to hear LM and Ice go on to this. Me, you know what I'm saying, Leafs just got a lot of clock, so I want to hear from y'all specifically. But I want to start with Jay, and just tell us how you feel about Cam Johnson poster being on the wall in the office. Is Cam Johnson gonna like retire one day and become like a Brooklyn Nets assistant GM or head assistant coach or some shit? Is he never gonna leave? Is he staying forever? they got him a frame picture. What's
I
up,
sent
Jay?
that to you. And Jay, did you see that one?
Seen that?
I ain't see that shit, but
I
if
thought,
they
oh my
got
bad,
that shit,
I sent it to me. I thought it was Jay sent it to me.
I got
I'm about to
I
send it to
got
you right
jokes
now.
just because they got that shit up there so they could send it to multiple teams and shop him. Like, yo, we gonna send him a framed picture of this nigga so
Yo.
they can know what they can have. Nah, but I
Yo.
fuck with him. So he has a lot of leadership qualities. I've been saying that. So if he has been in there talking his shit to people and people in the organization, he could be making friends.
Okay. Shout out to Gary joining the panel. So hold on, we making light of it, but you think it means something? You think he really want to stay here? How you feel about it, Jay?
I think he want to stay here. I've been said that. I feel like he want to stay here. I feel like he dedicated. I feel like he's a smart guy. He uses his words well. He articulates himself. Know what I mean? And if he didn't want to be here, he would have said that. And the fact that he's here, he likes it. He knows that he could be traded at any minute, but he knows that's part of the business. He said all of this. But
Nah, he ain't say it like that, man. You gotta
yes,
read
he did.
He said, yo,
yes, he
really,
did.
but we gotta listen. He might have said that verbatim being professional, but we gotta look further in and realize what he really meant to say. But he had to say it the way he said it because he was on camera. It sounded like he said, yo, that's fucked up. Y'all think it's a game like 2K, like you could just be trading me. I got a whole situation out here. Met some women, did my thing. I do my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, you trying to fuck my whole shit up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get traded. Stop talking about that shit on the podcast. No, I ain't saying that.
Yo, that's crazy.
Stupid, bro.
No, I'm just joking. But yo, shout out to Ice. Ice, how you feel about Cam Johnson?
I feel like he's a consummate professional. That's what you would call it, man.
That's fine.
Yeah, you know what? Before I even get to that, I'm trying to figure out what kind of clues the fans was looking for that they took that picture and found Cam Johnson in the back of the office. Like, yo, if you see, you looking for some serious information. If you found that picture, I don't watch that video and I ain't see that picture at all. You know what I mean?
Me neither.
Yeah,
and I remember that, but I didn't see that picture on the wall.
Yeah,
they detectives, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, damn. I thought I was looking for clues.
I thought you were gonna post the picture. I want to see a picture you're talking about now.
I sent it to you on on Instagram.
I don't even know how they seen something like that.
I get the picture.
Fact.
Nah,
but I think Cam want to stay, but you know what I mean? It ain't up to him to stay though. But I think he wants to stay. I think they like Jay said, everything Jay said. He talk right. He move right. He do what he got to do. He played well this season after having a terrible season last season. So, you know what I mean? They like that. And it shows the young guys that, you know what I mean? I ain't do my thing last year, but this year, almost shooting 50, 40, 90, like, it's not a game. You know what I mean? I got paid. I got to do my thing. So if y'all get paid, y'all know what time it is. And I'm on the trading block. Y'all hear my name circling, and I'm still out here putting in work. So, you know what I mean? It's big for him to be seen in that light. Plus, they got him in the office, though. That's wild.
Yeah, I got it right here. I'm about to pull it up. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That shit is a tough poster. I ain't gonna hold you. They framed that shit.
I mean, that was the last time he was in the playoffs, so it makes sense to frame it.
That shit tough.
How you find that? Like, what are you doing and watching the video? Like, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be listening.
What the fuck is this?
Nah, you gotta look at everything,
Johnson
bro.
in the back, bro.
You gotta look at everything. I ain't gonna hold you. Dissecting.
Was these? Is this the front office, bro?
That was the office in the video when they was talking about drafting and all that. But
they got a full-size frame photo of CJ dunking on Embiid
in their office. My fault. I ain't mean to press.
But what I'll take from it is because usually we can't. If I'm taking the media at their word, because with the Nets media, we never freaking know. They could be saying one thing and then do another. But if I'm taking them at their word from how they sounded like, according to what BJ Johnson is saying, they are planning to do this to next year as well. Like, especially if they looking at it as a sense of, yo, we looking at these 2 drafts to set us up for the next 10 to 15 years. Like, if you looking at it with that rhetoric,
why are you saying these 2? Because I feel like when I was listening to them, it seemed like they meant this one.
Nah, I feel like it's this 2 because these 2 drafts coming up is the best drafts in recent years.
Yeah, but LM, listen, all that tells me is that for the current roster that's in place, and that includes Cam Thomas, these niggas don't really give a damn about.
That could be true. I'm not saying it is. No, I'm just saying that if I'm taking them at their word, and because they could be saying this and niggas trade for Giannis in the whole season. But I'm just saying, if I'm taking them at their word, they're looking at these next 2 drafts because these are the most important drafts that has been important in a long time. And on top of that, it could be, we not looking at nobody on this roster as untradeable. Most of y'all is going to be out of here.
Listen, we're gonna go to Gary, LM. You and Gary can go back and forth because it seemed like all of y'all got this kind of the same sentiment. So I'll say my piece and then y'all can do what you will, right? Again, I feel like whoever we do draft, they're gonna play next to Cam Thomas, and when they do, you're gonna see that Cam Thomas is a good teammate for him, just like he was for every other player that was supposed to be better than him. That's a fact. Now, again, to finish my soliloquy, right? So eloquently, I feel like when it comes down to Cam Thomas, he played good next to Ben Simmons, Ed Sumner, Kevin Durant, Harden, Kyrie, DDJ. That's 6 teammates right there. Y'all can't name his teammate. Y'all can't name a teammate. All of y'all that's want to scoff at Cam Thomas and talk about him being traded. Y'all can't name a teammate that played next to 6 Schroeder, 7 teammates. Played next to them and was balling. So don't make it
easy going crazy.
When I say balling, I'm saying for the most part he was the 2. He could have been a 1, but for the most part he was the 2. So all of y'all who disagree with me, y'all can't name a teammate that was doing a better number 2 job than Cam Thomas was.
Better number 2 job.
Say whatever y'all gonna say.
Well, no, only thing I said was
we just was talking about Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, we was just talking about Scottie Pippen.
I'm talking about on the Nets.
Oh, hi.
No, but bro, we had. I don't know who that, bro. I don't know who you got to go back to, bro. Like, I mean, you
consider easy in the comments, man.
Look how far you got to go back. That's a reach. That's Dow Sim right there. Go ahead, though, Gary.
You said on the Nets, money, but like all I ever said, bro, it doesn't seem like this front office give a damn about anybody on the roster going first. You give a damn, but you ain't in none. But you ain't sitting in none of these seats, right?
Let me. Who was the number 1? Who was the number 2? Was it Darren Williams or Joe Johnson?
Like Cam Thomas? Never.
Who was the number 1?
Cam Thomas equals campaign with a green light.
Green light. That's disrespectful.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
Exactly,
That's
bro.
disrespectful, bro. If you would have said
Oh,
Quentin
but,
Grimes, you'd have still
Gary,
been
what was you saying?
disrespectful. Like, come
No,
on, bro.
you go back 10 years ago. Who was the number one? Who was the number two? D. Will or Joe Johnson, right? Because it seemed like D. Will was number one for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter, Joe Johnson was number one. So who would you
Why
say
is
was
that
number
a question, Gary? What the hell? Why
Because
does
Darren
that
Williams
matter?
took more shots. He had the ball. in his
Dude,
hand more
we know
up
who
until
the ball
fourth
was
quarter.
going to at the end of the game.
At the end of the game,
Mr.
it was
ISO
Doing
Joe.
Joe Johnson. That's
Hold on, hold
ISO
on.
Joe.
To
That's
answer
who's
that
getting the
question
ball at the
Who
end
correct,
of the
took
hold
more
game.
on. To
shots?
answer
Who
that
had the
question
ball
correct,
more? Who scored more points? Darren Williams.
hold on. Nah.
True.
Joe,
But
I'm gonna explain that. Joe Johnson wanted the game to go that way.
Yeah.
He told them, y'all
yeah,
can do what y'all want in the first 3 quarters.
the fourth quarter is
y'all can
mine.
leave. Yeah, that's how
I can
that's how
see
we run
Cam
it.
Thomas doing that same type of shit. So if y'all love Joe
Come
Johnson,
on,
why y'all love
Breezy.
Cam Thomas?
Yo,
Cam Thomas is the new Joe Johnson.
Please stop.
Do you know how much
He didn't
game
lead the-
winners
he didn't
Joe
lead the
Johnson
league in
has for this
four quarter
organization?
points for a stretch of the season. You see how these
Breeze.
real facts?
I
That's
mean,
what happened.
Breeze,
he was
hold up.
injured for most of the
Y'all wanna
season.
let's
know
be-
facts, right? 'Cause I'm a
Breeze,
fan,
let's
right?
be
'Cause I'm a
clear.
big
Joe
fan. Like, yo,
Johnson,
big fan.
Joe
Joe
Johnson,
Johnson
do you know how
played.
many
Hold up, wait,
game
wait.
winners
got
Joe
nothing.
Johnson
Joe
has for the
Johnson,
organization?
Joe Johnson was one of the most healthiest players for us. 72 games, 79 games, 80 games,
Right.
57 games before he got traded to Miami, bro.
I'm
Like,
talking
I
about the
mean, bro,
fourth
like
quarter,
when he
bro.
got in the fourth quarter, he was getting the ball.
Yeah.
So what?
He was closing games.
He ran the
Same
team
thing
like
for
that.
Cam
No. He was hitting walk-offs, bro. While we were winning.
Joe Johnson
We
got
were a
more
winning
game
team with
winners
Joe
than
Johnson.
Cam
I'm not
Thomas.
saying
You
he
were
is
winning.
scored
Sorry to
like
say.
You
Joe
were a
Johnson.
winning
I'm
team
just
with Joe
saying that he
Johnson.
should get the ball in the fourth
Gary, you
quarter.
done started.
Joe,
You done
Joe
started.
Johnson had 8
You can-
game
I'm a
winners.
Joe Johnson fan too, so I'm with it. Like,
How many
I
games
got
Thomas
a
had?
jersey. I got Joe Johnson's
Yeah,
jersey.
I'm
in
not,
my
but he
room.
nothing. I got love for
Jeff
Joe
Teague,
Johnson.
Jeff Teague told
That
that
was my
story. That's how I
favorite.
knew that.
That's one of my
Nigga said,
favorite
I
players by
got
far.
love for Joe Johnson, bro. Like, that's
Yeah.
minuscule, bro.
Jeff Teague told that
Y'all
story.
trying to make me. I'm not against Joe Johnson. Y'all trying to make it
Nah,
seem
but-
like I'm picking CT over.
Nah,
Joe
but you
Johnson.
made it seem like Cam Thomas got the upper
No.
hand. Joe Johnson
No,
did a lot.
it's not. See what I'm saying? You see how they spin those narratives?
I think Joe
I say
Johnson
that-
is like that.
Listen, I
Yeah,
say
Joe
Cam
Johnson
Thomas
is-
should
no,
get the ball in the fourth quarter the same way
That's
Joe
what,
Johnson got the ball in the fourth quarter.
Jeff
You got to be
Jeff
healthy.
Jeff Teague told
I,
that
okay,
story.
I
That's
respect
how
that. I respect
that's
that.
how I knew he
I respect
operated like that. He said when
It
he
can't be
was with Joe in
67
Atlanta,
games. It got to be 72, 79, and 80. This is what I'm looking at for Joe Johnson. That means he was on the court, putting in work. You seen him put Paul Pierce on the floor.
And before he got injured, I'll give it to him. Cam Thomas got one against New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give it to him. He had one before he got injured.
Bro,
But
Nick Claxton got a game winner for us, bro. Come on, bro.
Nah, but Jeff Teague told the story though. That's how I heard that. I mean, he said in that, when he was in Atlanta, he told them, "I don't care what y'all do in the first 3 quarters."
Nigga Johnson was like, I don't care what y'all do in the first 3 quarters, bro. Yo, in fourth quarter, I need that ball.
Yeah, that's what he said. Give me the ball.
I need that ball.
And he was like that in Atlanta too.
Yeah, that's what he said. I heard that story. I'm like, yo, Gary, that's how I knew that was the answer.
Joe Johnson was
when I saw him cross over Paul Pierce like that, made that nigga do the Harlem
Paul
Shake.
Pierce on the floor.
That shit had me in tears, yo.
That nigga was buckling. He was like, oh.
It looked like Velma looking for his glasses. That shit look nasty.
Paul Pierce was about to join the 1v1 tournament, bro. He heard Joe
Cam
Johnson was up
Thomas
in there.
does
He was
not
like,
have any game winning.
Yeah,
shot.
he like, I ain't ready for that.
They have a game winner. Yes, he did. So you know,
Nah, he got one. He got one this year. Against the Pelicans. The Pelicans. He had a game winner.
Listen, y'all know I'm a
Cam
Cam
he's
Thomas
not
fan.
credited
I'm gonna be
with
honest.
any game winning shots in the NBA records.
Damn.
Listen, you know they don't consider game winners like they only consider.
He consider it walk offs.
Yeah.
That's what Joe Johnson was doing.
Hold on, Jay. You don't how you say have the team call a timeout after you hit the shot. There ain't no timeout. You shoot this, you either win or lose. And like Tyrese Halliburton last game, that's like a game win. That's what on the stats. When you look at the stats, that's what they talking about.
And Joe Johnson leading in that.
It says he has 24 in his career, but none in the NBA.
Okay.
Who got that?
Who? Cam Thomas?
Yeah. It said Cam, because when I first Googled it, it said Cam Thomas has 24 career game-winning shots. Then I said in the NBA, and it says he has none.
What do they mean by career then? His college?
Probably in college, probably in high school.
College and high school.
I guess.
I ain't even.
I would have thought career meant. I would have thought career meant the NBA.
I ain't gonna lie. Joe Johnson was gaming niggas, bro. Like it wasn't nothing left. Nothing left on the clock. Give me the ball.
Word.
I'm scoring on this nigga right here.
I think used to hit game when he get game winners at the Barclays. Nigga, that shit was a movie.
So hold on. Hold on. Listen. So basically, what I'm trying to tell y'all is that y'all talking about at the last play of the game, and you funny easy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the last shot of the game, which of these players you gonna draft? You rather take a shot over Cam Thomas? That's a real question.
The top three.
Yeah, fact.
The top three.
I even put Trey in there too.
I put Trey in there.
So you got a lot of confidence in him. If y'all,
yeah. Trey shooting like 38% from three, like you know what I mean. His field goal.
Trey Johnson can get you 30 on 13 shots. He's probably the most efficient scorer in the draft.
You know what? I wouldn't say Coop though. I wouldn't say Coop.
Coop is especially after that game, that last game.
Dylan,
he
Ace,
missed
and
that
Trey.
memory.
I go Dylan, Ace, and Trey. Those three.
Dylan, Ace, and Trey, I think can definitely get you a game winner.
Hold on.
Dylan hit a game winner this season, actually.
Hold on.
Dylan
He did. Facts.
Play one. I ain't even gonna front on you, bro. Peyton Pritchard, nice, bro. He just got rookie of the year. I'm not finna argue about Cam Thomas.
He got 6 men.
6 men. Yeah,
Pritchard better than CT. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Again, Cam Thomas is not
like that. If you ran an offense through Pritchard, if you put Pritchard in Cam Thomas's shoes, since you're the scouting report, you were gonna run. You know what I'm saying? It's.
No.
I like Pritchard too, but like, can you run an offense through him like you do Cam Thomas?
No. He not running.
I mean, how do we know? We never see. We see players in different situations turn up.
Hell yeah, you can run the offense through him.
Listen. You got, again, my thing with Payne Pritchard, you're gonna run. If you run the offense through Payne Pritchard, Gary,
he gonna win 30-something games just like Cam. He gonna win 20-something games just like Cam Thomas.
Hold on. Let me just answer that question. If you run an offense through him, you're going to run a lot of pick and rolls above the 3-point line to try to free him up close to the 3-point line to shoot that three. You're going to look for him there or for him to get downhill after there and look for the pass there. He don't do a lot of that. He get to spaces where if you double Tatum or Brown, he going to knock him down. And he can move around kind of like Curry do, but not as good as Curry. Case in point is he has a role, and he's great at his role, and he should have got that award. But when you run in the offense, you got to know that pick and roll. You say what you want about Halliburton, but he running that pick and roll. And again, that being said, he be dropping dimes. Now, that being said, again, he's somebody that plays inside of the 3-point line because of the pick and roll. And anytime you're going to run an offense, you got to be able to play inside the 3-point line and run the pick and roll because you can't get that much offense from running pick and rolls above the 3-point line. So I said all that to say that, and I'm not fair in the debate whether Peyton Pritchard is better than Cam Thomas. You got it. I'm not, and again, I'm a fan of Cam Thomas because he plays inside the 3-point line. He looks for the midi, he gets to the basket, he gets the 3 points, but in the old-fashioned way with an and one. And that's why I'm a fan of Cam Thomas.
He look for the open man too.
Even though Jordy Fernandez made it clear that everybody got a jacket 3 up. But go ahead.
I mean, well, I think what Jordy Fernandez want to make sure that everybody start to become more confident and efficient shooters. I mean, I think this was a whole season that everybody working on this shooting. I mean, we've seen it from Zaire. We've seen it from a lot of players on this team. We've seen it from Tyrese Martin, and a lot of other players that was bombing up that damn threes. They gonna get better shooting. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm all right with that because in the roles that they're gonna be in the future on whatever teams that they're gonna be on, bro, like that's the roles that they're gonna have. Tyrese Martin got a quick 3-point shot. Shout out to Whitehead because Whitehead got a quick 3-point shot too. I didn't realize how quick that shit was until I seen it, bro. Like that nigga could get that some bitch up. Shout out to him, bro. If it wasn't for that injury, I don't think we would have had him. But definitely shout out to him. But I could definitely say this: if you put Cam Thomas on any one of these winning teams, he's the best sixth man off of anybody's bench. I will say that, bro. If you put him on Denver, he's the best sixth man off the bench. You put him on OKC, he is the best sixth man off that bench. You put him on Cleveland, he's the best sixth man off that bench. The hell with what Todd Jerome
they know
like that.
Boston might have could have used that nigga tonight.
We never really seen Cam Thomas as the number one option.
Boston could have used Cam Thomas.
They could have definitely used that nigga.
Hold on, bro. Y'all got too much exuberance about Cam Thomas being on other teams. Chill out.
Oh,
man. What I'm trying to say is that Cam Thomas ain't never been like, hold on, Cam Thomas ain't never really been a number one option. And that's why I ain't like Mikal Bridges. It's not necessarily because of this and that. I don't like the fact that he took the opportunity Cam Thomas was supposed to have. He waited behind Harden, Kyrie, and KD, respectfully. And it was just his time. He was supposed to be a number one option, and Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson was the number one option. They used to put him in the corner. It's 24 seconds on the shot clock. They used to put him in the corner for they used to run like a good strong 2 basketball actions before they got Cam Thomas involved. By then 10 to 15 seconds done went off the clock. They giving him grenades. That's why I heard the term grenades first, was them throwing the ball to Cam Thomas like, we ain't gonna figure out what to do in 20 seconds, but here you go.
Crazy. I just think they ain't trust him, bro. I just think that's the thing.
When we get a top 3 pick, bro, guess what? Cam Thomas still ain't gonna be a number one option.
Yeah,
that's the crazy.
No. Let's have this conversation. We can start with Gary because we ain't hear much.
Not even that. I just think Cam. I don't think they didn't trust him.
I think he should be a number one option next season. I disagree with y'all. Go ahead, Gary. Why you don't think he should be a number one?
Gary, answer that question. Gary ain't chatting it up.
Wait, say it again.
If we
I said why you don't think Cam Thomas should be a number one option next season? I want to hear why.
It's not that I don't. He is going to be the number one option. I mean,
no. He said if we draft top 3, what you know what I mean?
Look,
what's the rest of that?
2 of those 3 guys are 18 years old, and the other's 19. None of them can buy a beer. So, like,
but they can buy a bucket though.
They can buy a bucket.
Definitely can.
It's Cam Thomas is still going to be the number one option. Like, there's going to have to be some patience with these guys. Like, none of those 3 guys. Harper's different. Harper's more NBA ready than the other 2. But if they get Cooper or Ace, it's going to take a while. Like, I've said this about McGrady. McGrady is one of the best players y'all have ever seen with your own eyes, right?
Yeah, my God.
His first year, he couldn't crack the rotation. His second year, he was the back end of the rotation guy. His third year, he was like second in voting in 6-man.
That's because the coach. That's because the coach hated him. That's why.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, when these guys are this young, not everyone is Bron, right? Or Kevin Garnett, where they just come in and they're great right away. It takes a minute. Like, these guys are really young. So to me, with the game on the line, if you're really trying to win, the ball's going to go in Cam Thomas's hands. In Johnson time.
I think it depends. I don't necessarily disagree, but I think even if Cooper and Ace is there, I think it's still the same result. Especially if you have Cooper Flag on the team, according to what people on this podcast have said, he's the number 1 pick. I want to see why you are the number 1 pick. If he's here, I would expect you to think, you going to the guy at the end of the game, that's the dude that you drafted. Cooper has not had Wemby talks, but he has been talked about as a generational prospect. I would think teams would be like, you got your generational prospect. Who are you when it comes down to the end of the game? Are you that guy? Are you clutch? Can you lead your team to a win? I think that's something that you will have to see from Cooper Flag and put him in the fire to see if you really that dude. And if he is capable of doing that, then the role changes. All right, we got our guy. Cam, you can take the back burner. If it comes to it, then we'll give you the ball and you can do what you do. But if Cooper out there and he's showing, yo, I can really close games, then it's going to be a totally different conversation. Especially he's going to be the number one pick. He's going to be the guy. If we are lucky on Monday, he's going to be the guy that this organization is going to focus on. Hands down.
That's it exactly, bro. Like, so, like, he's gonna have more chances because we're a tanking team. Again, he's gonna have more chances to have the ball in his hand and screw up in the first year. So, I like everything that Gary was saying. I'm thinking the opposite of that because any one of these three players is gonna be taken seriously for the future of Nets basketball. Bro, Cam Thomas is gonna get his money, but I don't think that Nets front office is taking him seriously, bro, as a piece going forward. I just don't. Everything is pointing towards it, bro. I don't hear them singing the praises of like, yo, let's make sure Cam Thomas is an intricate piece while we paying him $22-25 million because that's what they're about to pay him in this offseason as a restricted contract. I just don't think that they believe in him like that. I don't.
And I got a question to pose too, because I agree with Breezy to an extent. Yo, after the Mikal trade, he dropped the 40-point games. They should have at least given him some shot that year. So, yo, let's see what you can do as the number one option. But let's put a hypothetical. If instead of Cam Thomas, because I think that they was doing that because they just ain't believe in him like that, and they did not think of him as a number one option, especially you just traded off KD for Mikal. Mikal came off that crazy 6-7 game run when niggas thought he was a 6'6" Kevin Durant. It was hype around him at the time going into the season. But if you replace Cam Thomas with Cade Cunningham, does the same conversation applies as to where, yo, I don't really trust in you like that, as opposed to a player that you drafted. Like, I bet. Let's see what you can do as a number one option this year. I just think that the roles is different because Cam was a 27th pick. Not saying that should be the reason as to why you shouldn't trust him. But if you had a lottery pick, maybe the trust goes a little different. Yo, we picked this dude number one. Let's see what we can do. What we can do with him this season. As opposed to, yo, we got a 27th pick. We don't really know. You know what I'm saying? He got a couple of 40-point games, but we didn't really see much of his all-around game. I don't know how he would do as a number one. I don't agree that they shouldn't have given him the chance to improve his game. I'm just saying that maybe the front office ain't looking at him like that because he wasn't like a high lottery pick, as opposed to if we did have a number one pick,
to me,
he probably would have gotten the chance.
To me, our front office is treating Cam Thomas the same way the Bulls front office is treating us, Kobe White. They treating them niggas the same way. They don't really, bro. They just they not taking them niggas that seriously. They can't really find a trade piece for them because they ain't making that much money. And that's that, bro. Like, if that's the case, then Quentin Grimes is gonna be taken seriously after all the 40-point games and outbursts that he had this season with Philly. And he's gonna get a contract somewhere, bro. Like, so I mean, listen, these niggas they got a place in the league, but they places in the league is not number one options. They're not.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
I don't think they're number one because Quentin Grimes did put up some buckets. You know what I mean?
That nigga Quentin Grimes is going dumb, bro. Like, that nigga Quentin Grimes was out there like he needed a contract. Like, yo, fuck this, bro. Like, I need some money.
Look at the number one options around the league. Like, yes, they are scorers. They are really good scorers, but they still do, like, if you take, like, Shea does a little bit of everything. He's a scorer, but you can see that's a clear number one option. Like, we don't have, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people are saying niggas on this team might be expendable. You really don't have a Shea type player on this team as to where, all right, we don't need to draft that position. We got Shea there. Like, you don't really have a player on that team that's like, yo, we good. We can just, maneuver or Ant as to where, yo, we don't need to draft a shooting guard. We got Ant. He locked up.
Exactly.
Yo, let's maneuver. Or, yo, we don't need to draft a center. We got Wemby. We don't need that. Yo, let's try to get a point guard. Like, we don't have nobody of that caliber on this team that you can do that with. So when we talk about, yo, we need to draft just the best talent, that's what we need to do. Because we do not have nobody on this team where you look at the starting position like, yo, he is going to be our starter for the next 15 years, next 10 years. We can't draft there because he's there. We don't have that on this team.
And if we look at the number one picks, man, the one thing they have over the niggas that's supposed to be 6 men on championship teams like Cam Thomas and like Quentin Grimes and like Kobe White is them niggas has tremendous upside. They don't have to lean on just just groundwork and shot creation. They could get to that 4th or 5th gear. I'm seeing Ant-Man coming to his own, bro. I'm seeing Paolo coming to his own. I'm seeing Cade coming to his own. These niggas are number one picks for a reason, bro. They could do so many different things on the court. I mean, and it's just like, yo, I feel like that's coming. That type of talent is coming to this team sooner than later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, whether it's AJ DeBonsa and Cooper Flag or whether it's Cam Boozer and Cooper Flag, whoever it is, I feel like those type of talents is coming to this team sooner or later. And we'll have a chance to capitalize on them and have them being mainstays in the organization.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the talent we need. We've been saying, and I'm sure Leaf has been saying, and Ice has been saying, we all been saying, bro, we tired of the one-dimensional dudes on this team. We need niggas that can do everything. At least, if not at the elite level, at least a good enough level as to where, okay, we can build around this guy. This guy may not have Jokic playmaking, but he's known to get the ball out of his hands at the right time. He can give you 5, 6 assists, 7 assists every night. Or, he may not play good defense, but he played well enough defense as to where, you can leave him out on the floor. He's not going to be a liability. Like, we need guys on this team. Our number one options needs to be good at everything, not just scoring. We need players and we need stars on this team. Y'all not tired of seeing 6'3", 6'4" niggas in the lineup?
I'm sick and tired of seeing them niggas in the lineup, bro. Like
we need some 6'9", 6'10", 7-foot dudes in the lineup.
I would like us to listen. I would like us to have a lineup that's not getting pushed around and that's gonna, hold down some type of fort in the game, bro. Like if we got a lineup that's capable of winning a rebound battle every night, and having that guy that's going to shoot and put up a bunch of shots, I'm cool with that. But at the same time, man, we gotta go put that lineup together, and we got a chance to do that in these next 2 years.
I knew this roster was nasty when niggas was playing Keon at the 3.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That was nasty work.
That shit was disgusting.
3-guard lineup. Yo.
Yeah, like
that was nuts. And the crazy thing is we wasn't even taking enough. Bro, Gary and them was getting pissed, bro. Like, why we playing a 3-guard lineup? Like, look, bro, a lot of the wins that we got is because teams was playing down to our level. Like, realistically, if you really want to keep it fire, bro, teams was playing down to us, and shit was just happening wrong, bro. I mean, that's what it was.
You see in the second, and I said in the second half, teams, especially with playoff position, they gonna tee up. Most of the times we didn't win, and most in the second half because teams was teeing up. Like, all right, playoffs is coming. I don't want to be facing a certain team in the first round. All right, let's tee up. Let's get these W's. We've been playing with niggas for a minute.
Have you noticed in the draft that most of the dudes that's real nice, they some slim body dudes.
Yeah,
skinny. Yeah,
they either real slim or undersized.
Yeah, I'll be like, why I keep liking slim body dudes, bro? Like,
like most of the dudes in the draft, bro, are either like a $160, bro, or they undersized. I'm sick of it, bro. Them niggas are 6 men in this league, bro. They not starters.
And that's why next
men on championship teams, bro. Trey Johnson, bro, is a 6-man on a championship team.
Yeah.
He's not no starter.
Hey, Ice, tell me if I'm lying. Which is why for me, next draft, I'm more excited for most of the next draft. These niggas are like grown men. I don't know if y'all niggas seen Boozer, but he looked like a grown man. I'm talking about
they big
built.
Yeah,
AJ DeBonsta looks built like a grown man. Like Darren Peterson, even though he's 6'6", looks built like a grown man. Nader Mint, even though Nader Mint is probably the skinniest person in the top.
AJ is 201 right now, 6'9". Shit, he gonna get bigger. He already looks big.
He's
though.
definitely he already looks bigger. Like by the time next year, he probably gonna have a lot of muscle. So that's what I'm saying. Like as compared to this draft now, Cooper and Ace, I think Cooper will fill out his body more. I think he'll put more weight on, but Ace kind of looks like a twig. Like you could tell he don't got his grown man strength as of yet.
Nah,
so I mean,
195. Cam Boozer is 215. Like,
but even with Darren like looking 195, I think in terms of like he might have a Shea build. Like if you look at Shea's 195, but his shoulders is brolic. Like his shoulders look crazy. So he got man strength. That's why you see him bumping or using that move, bumping people all the time, getting to the post fade. That nigga's strong. So realistically, I think Darren Peterson might have the same build. That's where he will look strong, like 195, and you got grown man shoulders. That's gonna help you in the long run. But I think with Ace, if we land 3 and we with Ace, we gonna have to put him on like a weight training regimen like immediately,
whatever Clowney did, he gonna have to get on the same thing. 20 pounds, heavy. I'm saying,
if Ace had like a Claxton build, he'll be set. Like I think he's way too skinny.
The thing that works for Ace is that it's his wingspan already, and his height and his ability and his wingspan to get shots over people. It's the same thing that worked for KD. KD wasn't like what they kept saying about KD coming into the draft. Yo, he can't even bench 100. Bro. Like
he could not lift
like
weights.
That. He couldn't lift no weight, bro. He only became one of the most versatile scorers in the history of this game.
Right.
After all of that, bro. Like I mean, like what was everybody got? I feel like everybody coming into the draft, they looking for something wrong with you. That way, the fan base and everybody could be like, man, nah, he can't do this, man. I don't want him.
They doing that most with Ace though, Leaf. Like they're trying to find something wrong with Ace so that he might pan out. But realistically speaking, that nigga, if you put him right and you get him right, he might become the best player out of that entire draft if things go right. If he's in a good system, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can't teach 6'10", 6'11" shot making like that at an efficient level. Or the two-way potential that he has. The nigga probably got, besides VJ Edgecombe, the highest vert. We'll see at the combine. But he might got the highest vert out of everybody there. Like, you can't teach that 7-foot wingspan. Like, you really can't teach that. If you get him in the right system and put him in the weight room and let him, do what he do, he has the potential to probably be the best player out of that draft by 2030. Like it's possible. I just think he needs to go to a right team, aka us, that might be willing to, develop him and work with him. And I think we'll see more of his playmaking ability in the NBA. Because playing alongside Dylan Harper, you're not really gonna get to run most of the offense. Feel me? So it's
Cam Thomas could compliment Dylan Harper. You know what I'm saying? He could play the off guard. He could play without the ball. He know how to. It's cool.
Cam Thomas can complement the top 3. Cooper, Dylan, and Ace work with Cam Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
all 3 of them do.
Yeah, that's why I was asking Gary and all of these fans that don't include him in the future plans. Like, somebody like that you need on your team in the championship roster. And not to mention, you're going to get somebody that could score like Cam Thomas in the free agency. They're going to want the bag. These players is not playing. They trying to get money. And they remember that, because that's shorting up the talent you could bring here. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of
I will say, I think Cam Thomas or anybody in the top 3 will be a movie for the Nets fandom. I think a movie. I'm talking, especially if you pair him with Ace. Like if you talking about two dudes.
Remember, we doing short, so I want to hear your whole soliloquy with Cam Thomas and Ace. What do you see happening if that happens?
Man, you talking about a shooting guard that can get you 40, and you talking about a 6'10" dude probably at the 3. Ace can cover. Ace, I feel like we're gonna see if he's here, you'll see more of Ace defensive potential as to where he can cover Cam if wings try to bully. He can come over on the weak side, get the help side block. He can get the chase down block. He could tell Cam to switch. Like you might see that a lot in terms of if you put him at the 3. I don't think he's ready for the 4 yet. You might put him at the 3 spot. And you got a guy that can get you 30 on good efficiency. You might see Cam and Ace combined for 50 points if you get them. Both of them are bucket getters. So realistically, you might see that in the game. You know what I'm saying? They might light it up at. I could see them lining the kid. The last game we played, not to bring them up, but Cam was out there, scored 41 in MSG. Out there by him Dolly. You ain't gonna see that at Ace Bailey there. You ain't. I'll tell you, you're not seeing that. You getting somebody, you can't double them. That is not gonna happen. You get Ace Bailey there, there's no way you can double them. Somebody's gonna give you work. It's either you're gonna have to choose which one you want to get work by, Cam or Ace. You gonna have to make a logical decision, and that is gonna be a movie for next.
They saying Dylan, Dwabi 17 saying Dylan the real one.
Dylan too. He more ready, but Dylan too. If you got Dylan and Cam Thomas in your backcourt, you got a 6'6" point guard that can break down the defense, can get you 30, and probably guard the tall guard, so that Cam don't have to. Set Cam Thomas up in the corner. He good off the catch and shoot. He gonna find Cam Thomas in his spots. Cam don't always gotta bring the ball up and exert himself as much because you got Dylan Harper. And Dylan get busy too in the isolation. He get his work done. You can put him in the pick and roll. He gets to the mid range. He gets to the 3. I think the only thing you will have to work with Dylan is the catch and shoot game.
You got a Glazer.
But that can be easily developed. You know what I'm saying? So
I
don't know who played that, but that was crazy.
They played that.
Yeah, that was real random too. I ain't know where the hell.
You got a Glazer.
I don't know who said that. I don't know where that one is from.
Oh wow!
I forgot.
You want to hear Jay play that?
The sound bite. I don't know. And then with
he just trying
with Cooper Flag.
I think soundboard is crazy, bro. Like
his soundboard as well. But with Cooper Flag, I think that even works more, especially since Coop has grown into more of a scorer. From what I've seen, the nigga been dropping 30, 40-point games.
Yeah, Coop been getting his scoring rhythm, and I think he's comfortable with a lot of different shots and taking different things. He's not. He could force the issue. I can see when he misses a shot, he'll force the issue right to the basket and do some strength overpower shit. Like, I got to get to the basket. I can't take no jump shot, and I'm missing. I got to get into the lane. I got to get a layup or dunk. Something like that, and I respect.
But he's the most person I'm excited. If you get him, I will be excited with because he gonna find Cam Thomas in his spots. That nigga might get eight assists off Cam. If you talking about the catches, I think so. Yeah, I think he can. Yeah,
I think him and Dylan.
Coop is a better passer than Dylan. Yeah. I think he has better feel.
I think he has a better feel for the game. Yeah, I can say that. I feel like Dylan in the open. I feel like Dylan would get Cam Thomas easier shots because he's gonna play up. He gonna play. Because he can rebound and get up the court and push the pace. You need somebody that's gonna do that. And if you pick Cam Thomas with that, I think and somebody was telling me, you know who Kate was missing this year? Ivy. He was missing Ivy this year, bro. Like, because
he was
Ivy in the back. When Ivy in the backcourt, they was giving us money, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we couldn't stop.
Ivy was giving us bucks.
Ivy is supposed to be their second shot creator. He's supposed to.
Right. And the NBA think it's so fancy to just see a guy catch and shoot all the time. Like that shit is annoying. Y'all don't never put the ball on the floor. Like
that's because of Steph, bro. Like Steph did that shit, and he made that shit cool.
I mean,
and
that's the
once he
style
started
of
hitting the
play.
40-footers,
Like,
Him and Klay Thompson, both of them niggas made that
like
shit cool.
Steph and Clay made that shit a thing, bro. Where your backcourt got to put up like 80 points in order for you to compete, bro. Like, and then if you look back then, go look at the backcourts that was running around. You had Dame and CJ. You had
I was trying to get somewhere with it. I was trying to say that Ivy creates. To your point, he creates. He's not just going to catch and shoot. He's going to get.
And he's athletic as hell.
And he can break down the defense.
Ivy's like that.
He going to get to the paint. He's going to look for the midi, and he's just like disruptive. Like he's not somebody.
And the most important part of his game, he played at Purdue with Zach Edey.
And that's listen. And remember, again, somebody like Cade Cunningham, he's going to get to the bucket too. But if you got two guards that's going to penetrate, so that means they can kick and drive. Same thing with Schroeder and Cam Thomas. Yeah, it's true. Like Schroeder did a lot.
I think the best thing about Cade and Ivy playing together is that the offense is faster off the rebound, because like now you got to worry about two people instead of worried about one, and you get back on defense. Ivy's already up the court.
Right, but no. To your point about Ivy. All of those other players that was versus the Knicks, they wasn't shot creators. It was just Cunningham. All those other guys was pretty much just catch and shoot guys.
Ivy for sure would have been a best half court player.
Ivy was creating. Ivy
would have had a lot more 1-on-1s. That's why. But like I knew the shit. I knew something was up when them niggas won 44 games with Timmy and Toby, bro. I'm like, this shit can't be right. I was like, how these niggas win 44 games with these two niggas? Yeah, they was hooping, but I know.
And they was missing Stewart too. Like soon as Stewart got injured.
Stewart got injured in the playoffs though, bro. I feel like he played the whole season.
If they can build on this next year with Ivy being healthy, I ain't gonna lie, them niggas might be a problem, bro.
Yeah, they I think Cade and Ivy, bro, gonna be one of the they probably gonna be one of the top backcourts for a while, bro. I mean, like in terms of scoring, in terms of offense, bro, they can put pressure on you. But like, I'm looking at what Halliburton and Nembhard is doing, bro. Them niggas can score. They can fill it up.
They might be a convo too.
Listen, they definitely a convo because that's the whole overrated, underrated thing. And let's call it what it is. You get who you are, you become who you are, contingent on the playoffs and how well you do. Same thing with the Clippers. Everybody was saying confidence. Well, not everybody. I remember Big Ox being confident and saying, Harden is carrying when Kawhi not there, and Kawhi he's supposed to come back healthy for the playoffs and see what happens. They got knocked out the first round. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just calling it how I see it. Like it is what it is, man. But listen,
they got knocked out the first time because first round because we know who Harden is, bro. Like we know that nigga ain't get it through the mud, game 7 type of nigga.
Right, but no,
I felt bad because Kawhi balled out.
Right, it's not only that. It's
like Kawhi played good. Right. He played really good. I mean, in that series.
Right, but what I'm saying,
I felt Zubac was their best player in that series with me.
Right, it's not. But what I'm saying is, it's not only that. It's Powell. He wasn't effective. But my point is, it's just impact of guard play. The impact of this guard play dictates a lot of the things that happen with the team, win or loss. Let's call it what it is.
Because a lot of niggas on the team need that lifeline, bro, to get them easier shots.
A lot of them is catch and shoot. A lot of them is just, you know what I'm saying, play above the rim. And, you hear Claxton conversations about going to the Lakers because they need somebody to play above the rim. Now, again, I don't want to get straight off the point that a player like building the championship roster, you need 2 shot creators. That's the significance of me intervening in the conversation with Leaf. That's what Cunningham and Ivy was supposed to, but what they are when they helped. And that's the same thing with Cam Thomas. You got a shot creator with Cam Thomas. I'm not saying he has to be the dominant or the number 1 option. Y'all might confuse what I'm saying when I say that. You don't have to be the number 1 option, but he looks like the guy that should be the number 1 option. He looks like the clear.
All I'm gonna say, bro, the day Cam Thomas ever gets put in an actual spot where he could just focus on scoring and nothing else, bro, and he can focus on that, bro. That's the day he's gonna be on the championship team.
Nah, no, you can't have him out there being weak sauce on the defensive side of the ball. Jordy
No,
Fernandez.
we're not saying that. I don't think he's saying that.
I'm not.
I think he's saying when he's in a role where
if he gets in a role where he can only focus on where he can just focus on scoring and filling up the score sheet, bro, and then everybody
like
else
Luka last year.
Luka, yeah, like kind of like
pretty
last
much,
year.
probably.
Everybody else was playing defense, bro. Like everybody else was playing defense, doing their tangibles. You had Gaffin and Lively taking care of the paint. They was manning the paint. You had your defenders with PJ and Derrick Jones Jr. You had Kyrie as your second man option, bro, and then you had only thing they was missing was shooters. They would have won that shit if they had.
But to me, my thing is that they was building. I feel like if Brooklyn was really trying to build around Cam. Like, you see what Atlanta did with Trae Young. Them niggas surrounding him with Dyson Daniels, all types of wing defenders. Yeah. So they knew what was up. So with Cam, if you was really taking that route, they would have got out and got mad wings just to fill the lineup. So you can cover his defensive.
Listen. Again, I don't want to say it this way, but I don't know a nicer way to say it. Cam Thomas being the number one option and winning with Schroeder wasn't more important than the next year's draft. The first time the Brooklyn Nets could get in the lottery, it wasn't more important than that. Schroeder and Cam Thomas was throwing the wrench all in the engine. So I understand the direction of the Nets and why they do what they did, and I think some of that
one of the reasons why I don't want a point guard in this draft.
This is what I think they said to him. I think they did let him know what the situation is, and not necessarily, I'm not saying he's going to be the number one option. I'm not saying the Brooklyn Nets promised him that he's going to be the number one option, but what I am saying is they explained or articulated how important these next two drafts are. And I think they are going to give him the option. Cam Thomas is going to have a situation where he can leave the Brooklyn Nets. I know that's real. I'm not going to pretend like it's not real, but I'm saying he'd rather stay, in my opinion. And I think he fits with Jordy Fernandez system in a nutshell.
Let me ask. Can I ask you a question? I'll say. I want to say how do it. Let's say if the basketball gods bless us, let's say we draft like Ace or Cooper or whatever, and then next year we get the Bonsto Cameron Boozer. Do you think that the Nets will experiment with Cam Thomas at point guard, like a Jamal Murray type role? Like, let's see if he can be that combo guard. He may not be the best playmaker, but let's see if we can put him there to play.
He makes smart decisions, bro. He do, bro.
I mean,
but I'm saying if you get Cooper and the Boston together, would they experiment with him at point guard?
It depends on which one out of Cooper and the Boston playmaking is more elite than the other.
None of them are point guards right now.
But neither is Joker. But we already know who the best playmaker on the.
Realistically, he an anomaly. Stop. He's an anomaly.
He is an anomaly. He probably is an anomaly. But at the same time, we seen niggas that wasn't point guards on a natural point guards on their team be the best playmakers, bro. Like we seen that. I mean, the thing is,
Cooper is kind of a point forward.
But hold on. You would again. I seen he's somebody that should be on. He's a franchise player. I'm not gonna lie. From what I've seen, but he looked like he done AJ DeBoncha. But I'm saying that to say you run a pick and roll with Cam Thomas and AJ DeBoncha. That's tough. That's a team really got to deal with those two together. And again, I don't want y'all to think that I'm not going to be serious about these other players we fit in the draft. Whoever we draft, I'm going to be the same way about them too because they draft picks. It's funny, man. I was the same way about Kessler Edwards. That shit is hilarious when you think back.
Oh man!
I was telling y'all Kessler Edwards, if you was listening to me, I was like, what Kessler Edwards?
I was hyped about Isaiah Edwards, so I mean, I can't blame you.
Yeah, so I missed before, man. I ain't gonna pretend like I did, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be focused on those other draft players too. That's a fact. I just want to say thank you to everybody that pulled up. I'm finna clip of that. Shout out to This Is JTV. Shout out to Leaf. Shout out to This Is JTV. Subscribe to This Is JTV on YouTube, on all social platforms for real. Subscribe to Leaf 4788 on all social platforms. Shout out to LM. Heavy on Twitter. Heavy on X. My fault. And Yeah, man, subscribe to YouTube, man. And I see there's new subscribers. I see we at 876. I'm definitely trying to get to 1,000. Help me share, you know what I'm saying, to your nearest Nets fan, creme de la creme, run tell a Nets fan, friend. Shout out to Ice Heavy on TikTok, doing big numbers. And again, man, soon, man, I want to do some interviews. I will probably want to do some more content with Ice LM and Jay, but we're gonna see, you know what I'm saying? But this is a great show, man. You know what I mean? I want to say thank you to the chat as well. Shout out to Player One. Shout out to Tea Time. I see you pulling up. You on your bullshit. But remember, you said, and I really do agree with that though. Like seriously, like y'all only in the second round. You know what I'm saying? And you know y'all talking happy. You know what I mean? But respectfully, y'all did win. But
I better treat game 3 like game 7. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's easy to say fuck them picks if you traded RJ Barrett at the 3rd pick. You know what I'm saying? But it is fuck them picks, you know what I mean? Like
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, it tight worked out for them. I can't.
Yeah, you would say that. You know what I mean? Like, of course. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga Anunoby been doing his thing. I can't even hold you. But not too much praise though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's easy for a Knicks fan to say fuck your picks. I mean, fuck the picks. Of course you would say that. Word. I don't know if that was appropriate. He tried to. But yeah, man.
Yo, it just gotta be some comic relief sometimes, man. It'd be too serious, man.
Yeah. Again, man, I want everybody to show love to everybody, especially Nets fans. Save the energy for the Celtic fans and the Knicks fans. We in a conundrum watching two teams we want to see both lose.
Nah, Breeze, we got better things to worry about, man. We do.
We one day closer, you know what I'm saying, to seeing what pick we get.
It's the countdown. They need to have a countdown clock somewhere.
I seen Saint countdown doing the countdown on Twitter saying 4 days until the draft. I mean the lottery. So Nets fans is on timing. We know what's coming up Monday. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be Monday is gonna be. I'm telling you, whatever lottery is gonna be a movie or
it's gonna be right.
Right. Also, hold on,
bro. Imagine if they Brooklyn Nets with the 15th pick.
Yo,
I ain't gonna lie. We get the first pick, nigga. Brooklyn might be crazy.
Hold on, listen.
I ain't gonna hold
you. Listen. I don't think they got a whole documentary, movie, and all of that, and that's gonna happen. It's happening in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, we spread love. 15 even.
The lottery is in
more like 1 through 5.
Is in Chicago.
Yeah.
The draft is in Brooklyn, but the lottery is in Chicago.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yo, I just wanted to say, watch to the panel too. Watch the shorts. Y'all in the shorts. It's not just me in the shorts. They don't clip it up like we only gonna get Big Fan Breezy. LM in shorts, Ice in shorts. Pause. That just sound crazy. Like, yeah, I'm about to end this thing. Just
I don't want to say nothing, bro.
I don't like that.
Well, you said it was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, I'm off this, man. Shout out to LM. This is JTV. Shout out to Ice. We're gonna be back with more content really soon. And let me know what y'all want to get into, you know what I'm saying? And I do want women to watch. If women want us to talk about Just Right, we could talk about basketball movies. If y'all want us to talk about love and basketball, we could talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Just Right.
You said Just Right. That's why I'm laughing. Common and Queen Latifah. Like y'all want to talk about Common and Queen Latifah because that's technically a Nets movie. You know what I mean? So
I was young during that. I thought Common could ball, yo. I was like, nah, that nigga nice.
So right.
His name was Wright something
right. His last name was Wright. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. I probably should do another stream. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. It's late, but thank y'all for tuning in. I'm trying to
watch the clips. Like, I can't ball, nigga. Fuck you talking about? You thought Common could ball?
Later.